Welcome to the Tall Tale Tavern. I don't know why I opened it like that. If you're listening to this, guys, hello. This is a monthly free release of our patron show, the Tall Tale Tavern Triple Threat D20 Talk Show. If you like it and you're interested in hearing more, or in our other Patreon content, including Chasers for Ceramica, check out the link below in the episode. Support helps keep adventures going. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. But just a heads up, since Ceramica just wrapped, there could be some lull in posting on the main feed between adventures as we prepare more things to come out and edit them and all that. If you want to keep up to date with what's happening, I would say just join the Discord for the tavern in the description below, or you can just make sure you're still following the feed with your podcast app of choice and keeping an eye out for new episodes on Wednesdays. Now, with all that covered, I'm Scott Esmond, he's Kyle Davis, and it's a Tall Tale Tavern Triple 30 Talk Show. Kyle, roll a D20. It's the D20 show. He's got his push-ups. Oh, no. He just moved his camera somehow. I wonder if that's gonna be a problem now. This is very annoying. Kyle's internet is out today, so we have to record this way. The
Here it goes. That is a 46, and also I think the last time that I'm going to be doing push-ups before these, because I'm at the point where I can barely do all of them in one go.
Yeah,
so
it seems like I was wondering about how long that would keep up, because the difficulty was really going to continue to compound.
Also, my shoulder hurts now. I think that's a good sign that I should keep doing the push-ups every day.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
If you're new here, I'm doing a new push-up, one more push-up every day of this year. So at 33 currently.
Oh, yeah.
Getting swole.
He's looking pretty swole. Kyle, I told you to roll a D20 because we've decided that these monthly free episodes are all patron questions. And so he's rolling that D20 now. Because
that's a 19 on the die.
Ooh, a 19 on the die. Okay. This is a question from our dearly beloved Becca. If one of each character class type was stuck in a Saw-style murder house, which class or classes do you think would make it out alive?
Great.
I need to roll for how much time we have on this. Right? No advantage or disadvantage. How nice for me. Just a flat D20 roll for our time. Oh, man. Becca, I'm sorry to report to you that roll was a 15 and then shifted to a nat 1. So
natural 1. Good.
1. I need to get a timer up. Kyle, are
we rolling initiative for us to talk first?
Yeah, I guess we're going to only have 1 minute to answer. We're supposed to cover all the classes in this question. One of each character class type was stuck in a Saw-style murder house. Okay. Let me roll initiative.
So we just have to pick the best one.
Oh, fuck. I got a good one. I got a 15 on my initiative, Kyle.
I got a 15.
What?
Roll off. Yeah.
Oh, you're not beating this, buddy. Nat 20.
Nat 1. Good.
All right. Well, our time starts now. First thing I'd have to say is I think Artificer is the most likely one to make it out alive. They can figure out how to tinker with the traps. Anybody who has any sort of magical abilities in a Saw-style murder house. If I'm assuming that this is the capabilities of actual Jigsaw, not Jizzsaw, he can't accommodate for Misty Step. So I think anybody who can get Misty Step is pretty good, which I guess technically anybody who takes a feat could, but I'm not thinking about feats. I think fighters are fucked. I think that bards are pretty useless, and my 30 seconds are up. Kyle, what do you think?
Well, the Jizzsaw thing really threw me off because I'm not really sure what that guy's abilities are. But I'm gonna go with the straightforward best survival class Ranger. If I'm gonna need to roll for survival, if I'm gonna need to roll someone who can make it out of something alive, it's got to be the Ranger. Who's
best at disarming traps? Is that rogues?
Rogues. Oh, rogues would be good good pick too.
The rogues are probably going to survive, and we're down to 2 seconds, so I think we've successfully answered the question. Time's up.
Boom. Got it.
Way to go.
It's our first. Is that our first Nat 1? No, we've had a Nat 1
I think we've
before.
had a Nat 1 before, but that was, yeah. Honestly, well, it's called the triple threat, so there will not be more questions. I was thinking with a Nat 1, we could add another question in, but the judges don't like it. They don't like it.
The judges hate that. The judges
live it.
Yeah, you're going to get yourself writ up again. You're going to have to give us another apology.
I know. I'm sorry. I will.
Letter.
I've learned my lesson. I don't want to get fined again. Kyle, is there any news in our beloved tavern right now? This episode's hot on the heels.
I don't know. If you're keen on visuals, you'll notice that my camera setup is different today because my internet is out in my house right now. So I'm just 5G-ing away on my phone.
They kind of know that because it was part of my singing when you were doing your push-ups. I did cover a little bit of the backstory because you pushed your camera away like immediately when you did it. It zoomed out. So I was like, well, let's discuss
that's weird.
this.
I think the Discord camera like moves to find you. So that would have been funny if it moved.
That makes sense. And so this is like probably zoomed in and cropped on you right now then. Like your camera. I don't know.
If I lean back. If I leave again.
See, it moved a little. It shifted. It's shifting to find you.
It's weird. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's freaking me out. Also, this looks so terrible. I probably won't even use it. I'm not going to lie to you, Kyle. The video looks fucking horrendous coming from your data on your phone for Discord in your basement.
It looks good on my screen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. That's good for you that it looks good. For me, you're like, when you were moving right there, you might as well have been like 5 pixels, I guess I would say. It's about what you look like.
I'll just keep still.
Perfect.
So still that you could put a picture in of me and nobody would know.
We'll put in a picture and then I'll move my lips and just say rhubarb, rhubarb, watermelon, watermelon, and record that and place it under
and put it over my lips.
Do the old Conan
That's perfect.
thing. Kyle, there is other news in the tavern. We finished Ceramica.
We did.
Big time news,
we wrapped it up. The serial pirate campaign is wrapped, ended, finished, done. And just a blast. I love that adventure so much. It was such a fun end to it. And we're moving on with multiple recordings coming up. Mm-hmm. Are we teasing our next one yet? Are we talking about the?
Maybe we'll wait
for
the tweener. Maybe we can wait for the tweener to tease the next one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I just want to say that it was a delightful, surreal, serial that we did together, Kyle. So
Beautiful.
Very proud of us. For that. I don't think there's anything else to announce here. We're recording chasers for Ceramica. Those are coming. There will be probably tomorrow. You'll get the 6 and 7 chaser for the patron subs who get that, and then I think like a week after that we're recording our episode 8 chaser with everybody. Right? That's going to be
that's going to be really fun because that's going to be with everyone, with the whole cast. And so if you've got questions you want to ask the cast members about their character creations or various questions about the adventure specific for them, make sure you ask those in our chaser questions.
All the more reason to join that Discord I plugged at the beginning. You should listen to me, folks. If you're listening to me, you should really listen to me. That's all I'm gonna say. Should I roll for another question for us, Kyle? Do you think we've successfully sort of made up for that Nat 1 and stalled enough time to make the show not feel too short?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's roll it. Keep rolling. What do we got? This is a question from Zombie Creeper. It says, if 2 characters from the Tall Tale Tavern had to fight each other, who would fight? Scott chooses a character, Kyle chooses one, and who would be most likely to win? So,
great.
Great. Yeah. This is interesting. It's very, very loose parameters. You are to roll our time with advantage. Oh, no. And because this is a bottle service question, Kyle, there is an additional enhancement to this question.
Great.
This additional enhancement is Scott has to talk as Toad and Kyle has to talk with a Southern accent.
Oh boy, have I wanted to do this for so long.
That sucks.
I'm actually Southern, did you know that?
No, I had no familiarity with your Southern heritage, Kyle. I know that you were from Iowa, I thought.
You're right, I have no Southern blood in my body. But that just makes the accent all that saucy and good. I don't know.
Is Benoit Blanc here right now? It feels like that good, I think.
Is that a Southern accent? Because that's what I'm going for.
I think, yeah, he's a Southern accent. Yeah.
That's what I'm going
he's like
for.
a Georgia
Benoit Blanc
kind of guy, Savannah kind of.
We all know that with my accents, I pick a specific accent and I stick with it the whole time and it never changes. And so
never deviates. Kyle, tell me
Here
how
we go.
much
With
time.
advantage. That is a 13.
Oh, thank God. If it had been much longer, I don't know if I could.
I thought we were going to get a nat 20 on this.
All right. 13 minutes.
And that time starts now. I must say, personally, that I am morally opposed to the proposition of this question, as
It is hard to think that we have to choose between our favorite characters and make them go up against each other like they're animals fighting in a gladiator tournament.
well, that is a fair point. That really, Kyle routinely pits characters against each other and tries to force conflict. This is going to be a very difficult question for me to continue talking. Let me tell you, Kyle. There's a lot of
We've got
spit in my
13
mouth.
minutes, and you can rest your voice there. I'll yap away until you get your gullet all liquored up and ready to go there.
I'm feeling much
but
better.
I would say my first pick, or what at least comes to mind as the first pick, would be the one character in the tavern that has gone up against other characters and won. Perhaps the winner of the Gladiator tournament. Brad, I think, or was it Lee? I always forget which one was Brad, which one was
I can
Lee.
tell you what the answer is. Thanks to Cal's artwork, and the splash page for the Tall Tale Tavern says Lee is number one.
Great. Well, that'd be a good solid choice if I had to. I'm not locking it in yet, but I would perhaps choose with Lee leading the way. Of course, I'm myself a Southern man, a fan of Lee's chicken, and makes me think of that. Makes me want to order that a DoorDash to my house, perhaps later, to smack my lips on some crispy, juicy, original Lee's recipe chicken.
Wow. Judges are holding up a card asking you to stay on target, Mr. Southern Man.
I'm sorry. When I get in my Southern mindset, I just go off into tangents unknown.
Personally, I'm as a vegan myself, other than fries. Bugs don't count; they don't have souls. I wouldn't know what it's like to eat fried chicken, but I've heard that it tastes just like fried grung, which I have had much of in the slave pits. And so I can attest that it is quite delicious.
You haven't had much fried food, but you have had much fried food, am I right? With all the snacking on bugs and flies and whatnot that a grung might eat.
Yes, a wonderful, delightful joke. Just so you know, I did appreciate it. I'm just busy trying to think of a character because I realize that I haven't suggested anyone yet. And
Well, if a question is, are we all gonna be all the characters gonna be on a level playing field? Because the Gladiator tournament characters were all level 5. Now, if we looked
I
at
did think about
higher
that.
level characters,
I thought about how if I simply chose Herman or Kringleharken, or who were level 14, they would surely have an advantage over Lee. So I think it would only be fair to have to equalize them to a set level.
yeah, I think that would be most appropriate.
Well, it's hard to argue with Lee, as we know that what really seemed to work out for Lee in the tournament was access to a hold person. I feel like that was the advantage in the one-on-one fight. So likely, I would want to choose a spellcaster to counter them. Someone who perhaps can cast counterspell themselves. Which classes get counterspell? Sorcerers. So
Wizards would have access to that spell.
Wizards. Well, honestly, then, I think I might pick my beloved Diandra. Well, not my beloved, but Scott's beloved. My good friend Scott's beloved Diandra.
Dear Edgar's beloved is what you mean.
That is what I mean, yes. I think
Edgar's beloved Diandra.
I think that her ability to reanimate the dead could give her an advantage, a numbers advantage in a conflict.
Now, another wizard that comes to mind is someone who has been a character that's been contrarian to other characters, would be another one of Bones' characters. That would be Rook from Expedition Untold.
That damn devious Levi Rook. Yes, he would be quite the formidable opponent in a 1v1 confrontation. And I think that he is an excellent answer to the question in that the wording of the question is specifically who would fight each other. And I do think Levi Rook is likely to fight someone.
Yeah, Levi Rook would be one of the most likely to fight.
Who do we think would clash
other
with
characters
him?
would be?
Who do we think would be likely to clash with Levi other than a friend of mine, Mkiro Bastero? I had dealings with him in the past, and surely would lose. Mkiro has no chance.
I don't think Mtiro would stand much of a chance against Levi Rook, unfortunately. But he may create some sort of dancing object that could magically, take him away from the battle and outpace Rook in a foot race. Per chance.
Now that's interesting. It does say fight, but does that have to mean a physical battle, or could it mean something more lighthearted? Who's most likely to pillow fight? Who's most likely to food fight?
Perhaps we could get a lively debate going between two characters and have to convince the judges on which argument would be the greatest argument. That's an argument. That's a place where Mtiro may have a chance.
He might, but I know of another character who would do quite well in that situation. A diplomat by trade, Mr. Agathis Groth.
What was that? Did you just say? I missed that last part.
Agathis Groth. I believe is
Wonderful.
his name.
Yes, an eloquence bard, Agathis Gloss, the GIF character. Now, speaking of eloquence bards, Agathis Gloss could go head to head with our good friend Sog from the Ceramica. From the Ceramica adventure, a pirate versus a diplomat. Now that would be interesting. I'd have to give it to Agathis because it's literally his job to make arguments.
I do think that's fair, and I don't know if it would count as a fight against Sog because she would most likely not even be aware that she was in a confrontation, knowing her.
A very good point. A very good point. Now, how much time do we have left? If I may ask, a time
You
check.
are allowed one time check, obviously, and we have 4.5 minutes left. So we have
4.5 minutes.
We've worked through a sizable chunk of this discussion, I would say. I would like to pivot to the concept of a food fight, and who do we think would be most likely to food fight and win?
Now, is it an advantage or disadvantage if your character in the food fight is themselves made out of food?
That's a good point. I think that would depend on the food, if it's something that can be removed and thrown, like my friend General Milford Mills, who sounds very different than me, by the way.
Very different. General Milford Mills, I think, is a great choice because he could go into his stale form, his stale marshmallow form after he threw, and thus absorb damage better. I think he does absorb damage better.
Yes, in stale form, you
state.
do have resistance to damages in stale form. He has told me. And I also know him to be a very skilled marksman. And so I think that he would really be very effective in a food fight conflict.
My choice for the food fight would be a man who has so much charisma, he could probably be the one who started the food fight and also has proficiency in throwing weapons. A character we've already said yet this episode before, Kringleharken from the Christmas Peril story. He is a giant barbarian, and their whole Path of the Giant thing is that they can chuck their weapons, and so he could become large and pick up a table and throw it. Of course, that would be against the rules of the food fight.
Now, when they become large, do the objects that they are holding become large as well?
Oh, I do believe that is a possibility.
So,
I would like to say yes, because it sounds correct.
If nothing else, let's think this through mechanically. If you were to take the Tavern Brawler feat to get improvised weapons, I have to assume that you can choose a weapon that is your dedicated weapon that goes with you, because I know that the Path of the Barbarian Giants can throw their weapon and recall it back. So it has to have some sort of magical property. Correct?
Correct,
so,
yes.
I think, therefore, you could, if you had an improvised weapon, I don't know, a banana. A banana is a boomerang.
You see,
basically.
I think that a banana is a good choice, but I'm not sure. I don't know if Kringleharken would be eating a banana. I would think him more of a hamburger or a hot dog man, something with protein, or perhaps one of not General Lee's, but Lee's famous chicken that with that original recipe. If he had that on his plate and picked up a big honking leg and became large and had a big leg, if I was Kringleharken, I'd have a hard time with not munching on that chicken leg myself before throwing it. But
that is a difficulty that I'm sure many in a food fight would have to deal with. But yes, I think a chicken leg is a great answer as an improvised club, essentially. Perhaps a club sandwich could count as an improvised club for 1d6 of damage.
Now I'm wondering if you had improvised weapon and you were on, say, a survival campaign where survival was a major portion of it, and you were a Path of the Giant barbarian and you could take some rations and enlarge yourself and enlarge the rations and then share with everyone, and then... But would the food shrink once it's in your belly and once your abilities are?
I think that the nutritious value of the food would have to not multiply with its size. Because unless you're, well, I don't know, are we using Ant-Man rules for growing, where we're increasing the distance between the atoms, or are we creating new atoms?
I don't like to think about atoms in the world of Dungeons and Dragons magic and the access to the weave.
Nor do I.
And time is up, Kyle, so let's go ahead and get the hell out of that. Good question.
Great question, Zombie Creeper.
Way to go. That's way to use your boons there. That's the way to do it.
Yes, bottle service members, remember, you can make us do anything on this. If you ask your question with a modifier, that modifier can be anything.
It truly can.
I think that's the first time someone's taken a great opportunity to do that. So a
lot of spit now in the old mouth, let me tell you.
Yeah, how's that voice doing?
We're good. There? We're fine. All right. Kyle. Hey, guess what, Kyle? We finished one adventure and we've got another coming. It's time to tease. What's our next thing that we're recording, Kyle? It's
The next adventure that we have going, because this is the tease. This is the tweener tease.
Pre-tweener tease that we all know about.
The pre-tweener tease, literally beep beep boo. We've got an upcoming adventure. We're having a returning DM that is a crowd favorite, I would say. Becca is coming back and is DMing our next adventure, which is going to be another 2-episode classic adventure, one-shot adventure that takes place in a museum, specifically midnight at the museum.
Ooh, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, Kyle. I can't wait.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a lot of fun. We've recorded half of it, and it's been amazing so far. An adventure where Scott and I but we both rolled pretty high on our abilities, which is kind of pretty cool.
You really did. I think that our other players did too. At least I feel like Dane said he rolled well on his stats as well, though you wouldn't know it. Well, we don't want to spoil the episode, but you wouldn't necessarily always know it that Dane rolled well. It might not always matter.
That is so true. This is wildly true. Yes. The dice. Wow.
The dice.
But yeah, we Scott and I are 2 of the players. The other 2 are Clay and Dane. And that adventure will be coming out when it's all the way recorded. Then we will edit it and put it out and release it. So be looking for teasers once we have the kind of the date set for when those will be released. We'll start teasing it
fairly soon, I would say. I don't think it's going to take me too long. I've already started working on the editing, so I think it'll be not too long. But Kyle, speaking of the museum, we just finished, Kyle, a whole world set in a bowl of milk. And that got me thinking, I'd like to honor the history of milk in a way. And so in order to just sort of bridge the gap between these 2 adventures, I thought we could spend midnight at the museum, which, of course, is a museum dedicated to the 90s run of Got Milk ads. So
it probably exists. There's so many museums.
That's true. Well, I'd be surprised. I mean, honestly, looking for Got Milk ads, you can find a lot, but it seems like there were maybe thousands of them. And it's even hard for me to tell which ones are real and which ones weren't.
That's awesome.
So many people seem to have them. So what I've done, Kyle, we're going to take a little tour through the museum, but because it's midnight, the lights are out and I can't read the plaques of who these people are. So I need you to identify them based on that. We've got the first question is sort of a little bit of history on the museum. Then we'll go in and we'll look at 4 of the ads. And then there's one bonus question at the end. I think so
the first question is like the plaque on the outside of the museum.
If you were watching the video in front of the exhibit, I feel like that's what the first question would be.
Gotcha. Cool. Before we do that, I think you need to actually ask the patrons
you're right.
Or the lounge, the Discord to roll.
Yes, the Discord.
The people, because I have no access to the internet right now except for on my phone, which is right here in front of me.
A D20 and a D20 right now. I'm sending the message, guys. I've sent the message, and now we can enter the museum, Kyle. Great. So we begin our tour, Kyle, way back in 1993 with the very first Got Milk ad. Unlike the later ads we'll be discussing, this one stars a less recognizable face in actor Sean Whalen. In the ad, he's trying to answer a trivia question about a dueling revolutionary, but can't because he has peanut butter in his mouth. I seem to remember the revolutionary in question was an advocate for talking less and smiling more, so he'd be fine with it, but I can't quite read this name in the dark, Kyle. What was the answer to that question?
Why do I have it's Alexander Hamilton?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Aaron Burr?
It is Aaron Burr. God.
Dang it. I went with the musical name, not the guy who actually says it.
I really should have included that it is the person who shot, but I thought the talk less, smile more would him being an advocate of it would just be enough. But what are you gonna do?
No, it took me a second to like, because I heard the music in my head like immediately, and I was like, "Where's that from?" And then I got to Hamilton, and then I blurted out my answer like a fool.
Ooh.
Instead of stopping to think.
In the ad, it's like he's listening to the radio, and they're like, this famed revolutionary like shot Alexander Hamilton. Who was it? And he tries to call, but he can't answer, and then he doesn't win the $10,000. And that's when it's like, got milk.
And neither do I. Is that what I get if I win this?
Yeah.
You
get
this quiz.
$10,000. I think there's a total of 7 points you could get, and so you need to get
cool.
You need to get 5 points total to win. So
Okay.
you need to get all of the remaining. You can only miss one more point. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Easy.
Kyle, we're gonna move forward on our tour a couple years to 1995 for the first of our print ads of the tour, and we're starting off with a 2-for-1 ad with a duo of lovely ladies. Perhaps they wanted to show that even adult friends can get together and drink milk. It seems a little rude that they didn't invite Monica or the boys, though.
Okay, so what's the question? Am I supposed to
You need
answer
to tell me who the people are, because I can't read the plaques at midnight. The lighting's terrible in here.
Well, you said Monica in the question.
I sure
right?
did.
What was that? You're there because I have to name the other two, Rachel and.
I'm really looking for.
Are there other two?
I'm looking for actor names, preferably.
Okay. Jennifer Aniston and.
I think we had an episode recently where I blanked on this same person's name, and let's see if Kyle can do it. I'm fairly certain.
Come on,
I
Phoebe.
had this exact freak out recently.
What's your name?
It's so rude.
I don't think I'm gonna get there.
That's. I figured you
Can
weren't.
you give me a first letter of her name?
I will.
Perhaps.
Yes, I will give you it, Kyle. It's an L, which is what you'll take if you don't get this.
I'm gonna take the L. I don't. It's not gonna.
Lisa Kudrow is
Lisa
Phoebe.
Kudrow. Dang it.
That's all right. That's the one. I knew you were probably gonna miss one of those, so that's fine. And I do think it's rude that there's only 2 of them on there, but also that when I was looking up the ads, this one was only listed under Jennifer Aniston. They did not list Lisa Kudrow, who's standing right next to her. So they also didn't know her name. So it's fine.
That's funny.
All right. Jumping forward a year to 1996, when the ad campaign is in full effect. But hold on, Kyle. Do bulls drink milk? Or wait, isn't this guy a worm? Either way, he's off his rocker, but at least if you miss this question, he'll get the rebound.
Off his rocker, he's a worm? So it's a basketball player, you said rebound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that Michael Jordan has done the Got Milk. I feel like I could see that in my head, but is this like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or something weird?
I'm not taking any final answers till you say final answer.
Can you repeat the question?
Hold on. Do bulls drink milk? Or wait, is this guy a worm? Either way, he's off his rocker, but at least if you miss the question, he'll get the rebound.
I don't know.
Kyle.
Shaquille O'Neal. Final answer.
Kyle, I'm so sorry. It is Dennis Rodman, famously nicknamed the Worm, who was the primary rebounder for the Bulls in their legendary run. He was board man. He's so good at getting rebounds. That's his one thing.
Oh, I totally missed the bowl thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking of cereal bowls. And
bowl. You thought bowl. I should have been.
I thought somebody had a bowl cut or something. I was way off. My brain was like in Timbuktu.
That's what I thought. You knew bowl when you said it was a basketball player. Then that's when then you only mentioned the rebound. I was like, he's mentioning non-Bulls players, but you did say Michael Jordan, which was what I assumed you would answer.
I know, but I was like, it's not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's too easy.
There's no worm associated with But it's fine. You said I only needed to get 2 of these right to win, right? That's what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, you get $10,000.
Okay, cool.
You're going to get this next one, Kyle. We're
cool.
going forward just a little bit to 1998. We have a very special treat. The first fictional character on our tour. All right. So now you can answer the character, not the actor, but you could also give me the actor. A time-traveling secret agent that will never lose his mojo as long as he is getting enough calcium. Given his history with nutty coffee, I do hope he double-checked that glass of milk, though.
Good. Austin Powers.
Hell yeah, Austin Powers. Ding, ding, ding. Gosh, R.I.P. Quincy Jones, writer of the Austin Powers theme song, Rashida Jones, Karen from The Office's dad.
Well,
all right, Kyle.
R.I.P.
We've got our last question as we exit the 90s and we went into this one. I'm counting. I saw it listed 2 places. One is 2000, one is 99. So I'm thinking this is the end point for our tour out of the 90s because, as we all know, basically at 2001, the world ended. And so there's no point in talking about any history that happened after that point. So out of the 90s and into the 2000s brings us to the penultimate question on our tour in the ultimate pop star of her time. Milk's not toxic, so just leave her alone. You can bet when she's finished, she'll ask you to hit her one more time.
Great. I'll take Britney Spears.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct, Kyle.
Wagering all my money on that answer.
Yes, you won. You made it big. Here's what we'll do. I have one bonus question. If you get this, you can have the $10,000, Kyle. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
We're circling all the way back to 1993, that very first advertisement.
93 is my specialty year.
Great.
I was 2 years old, and I know everything about this year.
All right, Kyle. For all the money, can you tell me which famously bombastic director directed the very first Got Milk ad and transformed the advertising landscape forever?
Is bombastic a clue?
Kind of. No, I mean, it's just how I would describe this person's movies. I don't know. There was a clue in there.
Give it to me again, since this is for $10,000. What?
I'm sorry, I can't repeat the question.
Really?
Now that you know there's a clue, I don't know if I want you to. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Well, I knew there was a clue.
Oh,
we
it's
can't
fair.
just
Fine.
give me something.
Which famously bombastic director directed the first Got Milk ad and transformed the advertising landscape forever?
It's Michael Bay.
Hell yeah, it's Michael Bay. Directed the first Got Milk ad.
I understand your trepidation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not
now that
wanting
you know
to...
there's a clue, you know there's an interesting word choice in there.
Woo!
Way to go, Kyle.
I don't think I can accept the $10,000. I think that it was given away too easily. So
judges say they're going to allow me to not pay you $10,000, so that's fair. Way to go.
Woo!
Isn't that interesting though? It was like a regional ad that it wasn't even like, it was like a regional ad that somebody made, and then a larger company like bought it for a larger milk brand or whatever and turned it into a huge thing. So is what I got while looking it up. Now I've got a problem here, Kyle. Now that we're done with our time at the museum, I asked to roll a D20 and D20. The first person only gave me one number. And then the next person is Dane. And I don't know if you can't look at what they rolled, but do you think I should take the person who rolled just one number, or should I take Dane's because he rolled 2?
We meet in the middle, and you pick the first person's D20 roll for the question, and then his first D20 roll as the time. Okay.
Well, Kyle, I think it's gonna be tough to do that, but here's what happened. You're gonna love what got rolled, okay? Okay. Let's see. Our beloved Maryland Maverick, he rolled a 17, and then the next person to post was Dane. And based on how Dane was rolling at midnight at the museum, what 2 numbers do you think Dane rolled on his D20?
There's no way he rolled more than one.
There's no way.
I know there's a 1 in there.
Kyle, There are 2 ones in there. He rolled 2 nat 1.
Isn't that the perfect tease?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the perfect tease for our upcoming adventure? That is wild.
Also, this is going to be tough because I don't know if we can answer question number 17 without you having the internet.
Okay, what we could do.
Okay.
Is since there's 2 nat 1s.
Yeah.
We could do 2 questions, 17 and 1, both for 1 minute.
You know what? I like that. 17 is asked by Zombie Doc Ryan, and this is the problem. It is. Let me. Hold on. Okay. This is going to be a double challenging one. Okay, folks, strap in, because this one also has a modifier on it. The question is, reading the descriptions of common potions found in D&D, and then he has a link to to 5e tools, basically, right? For potions. What do they taste like, and which one would you most like to try, and why? So I don't know how you can't access this link because you don't have the internet right now, which is the first.
But it's just potions in general?
I guess, yeah. And I suppose I can read them, but here's the other problem with this question. His modifier on this question is you have to chug a carbonated beverage starting at minute 1 and every 8 minutes after while answering this question. Now, there's only 1 minute, but a carbonated beverage needs to be chugged starting at the beginning of this question. My drink's almost empty. I might have to go get a new Waterloo. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go get another carbonated beverage, and then we'll chug it, and then we'll
have 1 minute
do the question
to
in a minute.
Decide to okay. Well, I'm counting the chug as part of the minute, and then we'll just have how much time we decide to talk about potions after that. All right. So I'm gonna go get a new can of Waterloo to chug. I hope this is worth it, Ryan. All right.
Great.
This is.
What's your beverage of choice there, Scott? Mine, I got a black raspberry LaCroix.
Ooh, I've got honestly the worst option possible in my fridge, which is the raspberry nectarine Waterloo, my least favorite of the Waterloo varietals.
Well, get it over with.
Exactly.
Get it chugged.
That's what I'm saying. That's something that I'm going to want to chug and not have to taste. So it will motivate me to get through the question as quickly as I can.
So we both have 1 minute. We're going to chug and we're both going to answer. We have 1 minute to do so.
1 minute to do all of that. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Great.
I wish I knew how to do that thing where you like stab a hole in the can. It's too late because I
Shotgun?
Yeah, I've never done it, but I already opened it. Well, I guess it doesn't.
I don't have a knife.
You don't have a knife? You don't keep a knife on you while we're recording, bro? What if you get attacked?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good question. I need to get a knife. What if a mimic appears in my house and I have to figure out where the mimic is?
That's true. All right. Are you ready? Are you going to open yours? We doing this?
I'm ready. Cracking it.
All right, then. Our time starts now.
So cold. It's too cold.
It is very cold, and I'm done. All right. The oil of etherealness. Beads of this categorical form outside the container quickly evaporate. No, I don't want that. Oil of slipperiness. That sounds fucking gross. I'm done. Filter of love. The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking filter, you become charmed by. What goes in it? This potion's rose-hued. That sounds delicious. I'm going to choose the filter of love, and I might throw up in a second. So that's my answer.
I just want to try a healing potion. I really want to know what a healing potion tastes like. I bet it tastes really good. Oil of slipperiness probably tastes good. Maybe like maple syrup as it slides down your throat.
No, it's going to taste like drinking butter, I feel like. It's going to be or pure oil. It's going to be disgusting.
What if I want to drink butter? I'm a freak. I love butter.
You're like that gnome in Ryan's campaign that loves butter. It's her favorite drink, right?
It's true.
And time is up, Kyle, on that minute. Oh,
woo! We did it.
We sure did.
That was something.
Oh, I feel every one of those. I don't know if people drink Waterloo. I know you do, but it's like the most carbonated beverage on the planet, I feel like. And there's...
yeah, we have some in our fridge. That's what I meant to grab because I knew you had Waterloo. But then we had this LaCroix sitting there, and that's what I grabbed, so...
I'm fine.
Woo!
I only feel a little bit like I'm going to puke, but We're gonna persevere because we only have.
I'm so glad that we didn't have like a nat 20 on that roll and have to chug like three or two
At
drinks.
that point, it would have to be that we just like chug for 10 seconds. I don't know, or like not drink a whole can every 8 minutes. All right, Kyle, we have 1 minute to answer our next question, our last question here, our deal, our compromise, which is from Mech.
Okay.
It's going to be hard for you. We have 1 minute to recast Labyrinth with Muppets. It's not even a D&D question. And what's interesting to me is Labyrinth mostly stars Muppets, and I already started the time. I really do think I'm going to puke.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, Labyrinth. It's a movie with David Bowie. He's like one of the few non-Muppets in it. It's a terrible question. I honestly think I'm going to go puke, Kyle, from that chug. My mouth's salivating like it's going to happen. So
Okay.
You got it.
Well, recast Labyrinth with Muppets. Did he mean Pan's Labyrinth? I haven't seen that one. But I know that there's a Minotaur in it, right? No, or do we have to recast it completely? So instead of David Bowie, I'm going to pick the modern day David Bowie, as everybody calls this guy, the modern day David Bowie. Harry Styles is obviously who's going to be the lead in Labyrinth, which I have not seen, with the Muppets. And instead of the Muppets, we're going to do some other cartoon characters. Oh,
1 minute. Time's up. We did it.
Whew. We did it.
I didn't throw up. I let out a really big burp and I accidentally bashed my face into my toilet seat. So thank you, Ryan. I was so sure I was about to burp that I was rushing, or puke. I was rushing to put the toilet seat up, and then it fell back down right as I went to put my head in the toilet, and I bashed my nose directly into the falling lid. So it hurts.
Wow.
And I think that's great
amazing
point to end this wonderful free patron episode.
Truly introducing the chaos into.
I got a bloody nose.
The
you can see it on
TTTTTS.
camera, folks. There's proof. All right, this is a high risk game. We don't take this lightly. Our lives are on the line during these records, folks. Okay.
Our lives are on the line.
So thank you so much for listening to this very
podcast.
serious endeavor and taking it seriously yourself. If you want more of it, subscribe to our Patreon. If you're already subscribed, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Join the Discord and yap at us on there, and bring yourselves a healthy portion of Lee's famous chicken bones. Good. Great.